All right, hello everybody. It's me and April, Bill and April's Excellent Adventure, and I have drugged April up here to Clear Lake, Iowa, and she has no idea why we're here, but we're at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa, and what this place is the last place that Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper ever performed. Right after they left here, February 3rd, 1959, they chartered a plane and flew out of Mason City, and they were only in the air about 18 minutes, and then they crashed in the field just up north of town here, and it killed all three of them, plus the pilot, Roger Peterson. This event inspired the 1971 song from Don McLean, American Pie, or The Day the Music Died. So there's a really cool museum in here. It should be open. So we're going to go inside and we are going to look around. Okay, this is inside the entrance. The Winter Dance Party was the tour they were on. We'll talk more about that later. Over here's the coat check. They pretty much preserved everything from that time. Some history of the ballroom.
Waylon's name's mentioned a lot.
In this room's a lot of memorabilia signed. And over here is the camera that took the picture of the plane wreck, the actual camera. And this was the only person that reported the story and took pictures of the crash. And over here that's a guitar, and it's autographed by Ritchie Valens, Buddy Holly, and Big Bopper. It's faded. You can see it right above the sound hole where they signed it that night. The last thing probably they ever signed. There's a little big town. These are people that have performed here. In the next room we're going to go in. Vince Neil, Kevin Costner, Chris Christopherson, Martina McBride, Buddy Guy. A lot of cool stuff. Here's some Gene Simmons stuff. Peter Frampton. ZZ Top. Here is the path of the Winter Dance Party tour. You can see it is crazy all over the place. Not very well planned out. I was looking for, because I had seen that they have the headset that the pilot was wearing and from the crash here, and I couldn't find it, and April pointed out it's right above that crazy map right there. That's the actual headphones that Peterson was wearing. Kind of in good shape for being through a plane crash. B.B. King's guitar.
Yeah, I know.
I'm gonna go into the main ballroom, but it's kind of loud because they're setting up for somebody. All these old seats, man. There's a stage over there. And then they have their 3 pictures up above the lighting here. There's the stage. The stage has been added on to. Here, look at it. Live for the roadies. You can kind of see right there where it was added on. One last thing before we leave this area. This was the payphone that Buddy Holly called his wife before they left that night. All right, they made this little parking spot now for people to park in to walk down the trail, which is right across the road.
Glad that I was like, what is that?
I'm glad I stopped to kill guitar.
All right, here's the entrance to the trail to walk down to the crash site. You can see that people are signing it. There's also a lot of sunglasses here.
They're going to put their faces through that, and they want a picture.
All right, so we're walking down the lane towards the crash site. Just this little path. Right now they got soybeans here. Quite a few people here today. All right, we're approaching the marker, and the plane crashed right up against this fence here. There's the memorial. There was a fence here, I should say. That's the pilot. A lot of people leave sunglasses around here. It's pretty funny. Also at the entrance to this.
Guitar picks.
And that's new. Yeah, a lot of guitar picks. All right. All right, everybody, we're on our way back to the parking lot. So we hope you enjoyed this little bit of history. And if you're ever up in nowhere, Iowa, in the northern part, stop in and check it out. It's pretty cool. I'm glad we got to the ballroom when we did, because they were setting up for a band, OAR, and they ended up closing off the the ballroom part. So if we got there any later, we wouldn't have got in that part. So, but all right, thanks for watching.